Good day, this is Mike Olden with Lee Smith taking you on a walk around the Isuzu gas engine standard cab truck, featuring a massive front windshield which gives you a panoramic view in addition to only 8 feet of line sight from the ground to the top. In inclement weather, you have two items which are protecting you. You have the swept top cab, which allows water to be gathered and directed to the outside, in addition to the 3 positions you have for intermittent, speed, and low, with the water coming up at the wiper versus the post shot up into the windshield. Safety itself comes in the form of protecting your cab occupants. In the front of the bumper itself, it has a 4-inch extension here to absorb any kind of action that happens on a collision. But let's face it, with only 8 feet of line sight to ground, they're in total command of where they're at on the road. On the sides, as you can imagine, coming by and striking into an object such as a salesman could be an issue, but because of the memory positions that the Isuzu has, it always comes out to the perfect lineup for the driver to see to the back. The headlamps themselves, they're stylized to give maximum visibility to the front for best illumination on the road, in addition to side lights which direct light into the turning angle, as well as the flash itself announcing to all that you'll be coming into this lane. To add to that safety, you have a large upper mirror and a bottom convex mirror, which can be heated or power heated mirrors for 102 and 96-inch wide bodies. Safety with an 85-degree opening door panel allows you for great access and entry as you enter and depart from the cab itself. Self-cleaning steps, optional on other manufacturers but standard on the Isuzu for best footing and best awareness. The water fluid for the windshield wiper is tucked in the side, so as the door is shut, again, it keeps it to where there's not temperature guidance that could freeze it, where you'll always have a flow of stream to the windshield, which is clean and supported by liquid versus air. The seat itself, long-term lasting seats covered. It's a 60-40 split, 60-30 split, so that the driver has a high back, but you also have a high back for your passenger and a fold-down workstation in the middle for your routing. In addition to it, behind you have a spot for fire extinguisher and reflector kit and your logbooks and cabinetry. Storage is at a maximum in the Isuzu, which means that you don't have stuff laying around everywhere. On the inside of the cab, we have above driver and passenger storage. We have storage that is here on the dash itself, and you have the storage in both of the doors themselves and on the back of the driver's seat. To protect the flooring for longer lasting, we go ahead and give you a removable rubber floor mat that is allowing us to capture the mud and the waters that may come in, to where we both protect the truck, but we also make it to where it's an easy clean out, therefore a safer environment. For maintaining control of liquids that may be brought on, we have the standard cup holders and the oversized cup holder with place for passcodes, business cards, in addition to wallets, and then some blanks on the dash itself for strobe lights on the interior. The front axle itself is a 6,800 pound front axle. The lug nuts themselves are matched to where they're tightening. Left lug nuts on the left on the passenger side, right lug nuts on the driver's side, to allow for tightening, as we want to make sure that we have the wheel secured to the rim and hub as best as is possible. Safety comes in making sure you have a clean power coming to your truck. The scuba type system for the air draws fresher air than you would get through ram pressure on the front. To make sure that you have the best safety on the road, we use all position tires for our standard trucks. What that means, we have low rolling resistance tires on the front and the back, so we can do a rotation from the front to the outer to the inner to the front, to extend the tire life. Safer because it allows you to keep the deepest tread at your turning point on the front axles. The battery box on the gas engine is released on 4 different corner points. We have a single battery in here. The tray itself is set up to where you can add a second battery, and this would be depending if you have liftgate, heavy duty operation, different cooling units, but there is the space for that additional battery to be installed. On the back of the truck is an 11,020-pound rear axle. Now let's look at this. This is a 14.5 GVW truck with over 17,000 pounds of ability. Partly because we don't know if you're going to want to put a refrigerator or a dump truck body on the back of it, but in reality it gives you the braking capacity to stop the payload that you wouldn't get with other domestic brands. 30-gallon rear fuel tank. This allows it to be safely tucked in the frame rail, protecting in case of accidents. We have a body. Dump bodies are the closest, heaviest bodies in the back to a van body, which can protrude out 6 or 8 feet depending on your need. Again, protecting gasoline from explosive opportunity is what this is all about. It's very safely tucked in by the cross member and the rear axle. We have body connectors both midpoint on the frame rail as well as at the back, and that allows you to have a place for us to tie in depending on what body need you have. Now let's take a look at that. This particular truck is coupled with a braking system which allows the rear driver side to be attached to the front passenger side and the front driver side to be attached to the rear passenger side. This gives you an even braking opportunity, safe control as you go through your business day. Should you lose one channel, the other channel is there to take up. So safety does continue up underneath the truck. This is again going to show you the gas engine with the automatic transmission. So the first release is a grip handle with the secondary lever, and it still has a security because of this secure latch at the back of it. As you can tell, it is a torsion safe chassis, cab combination with the torsion bars in the front. A locking pin for longer extended visits up underneath will come in through here. Again, we're creating safety for an environment for your drivers, for your technicians that might be working on the engine. This is the 5-year 75,000 base warranty for the powertrain on the 297 horsepower gas engine, 6-liter, 6-speed double overdrive transmission. Again, the base warranty on the truck is 3 years, 36,000 miles, but with the benefit of a 5-year 75,000 miles, this fits 90% of the green industry and fits 80% of the local delivery industry as to the miles run in a more open road. The benefit of this is no DEF, no DPF system, no required burnout on the diesel particulate filter. So again, well protected up underneath the cab, high shielding effort for the engine, and easy access with regard to your fluids, well marked, oil change, oil fill, power steering, all marked and easy to access. Transmission dipstick on the opposite side also is your fill, coolant reservoir on the other side, and again with a 7,500 mile oil change, this is a well matched for 10 years of use for those who are driving. Shoot an easy 7,500 miles in the green industry, as I said before, and again you've got an opportunity to have that under warranty, but it is a 5-year 75,000 mile turn. Again, deep tread, groove deep to channel water, thin group to go ahead and direct water to the outside. So the tires themselves play an integral part in making sure your truck is good and available to be on the open road. I'm going to put the cab down. It's an easy hold up here, a drop right there, and it will lower. And then we go ahead and relatch the cab down. You still have your backup point. Your latch is safely secured now in the rocker and assembly. Now, taking a look at the interior, you have an ease of entry and an ease of egress in that you have a control here and a control standing point there. You step up so the foot closest to the door goes in first. As you pick yourself up, you step in and you're in the seat. To get out, well, you grab again here. You have your foot closest to the door coming out. You have your foot coming down. That way you have the most amount of foot falling on the actual step for your entry point. The steering column through this adjustment is a tilt and telescopic, so that you can accommodate those people who might be more robust to those people who may be just a little more thinner. The seat itself is a fore and aft slide, as well as the back adjustment. And on the back of the seat is a storage part for your daily routing and or backup maps. And that bottom slide. Again, that's almost a good 10 inches. I don't know that we have people that are as petite in your industry that are working it, but if you're looking at a petite person driving it, you have a very large distance of rail to use for that seating occupancy. So now we're on the inside, and again, this is that visibility we were discussing. I mean, it is panoramic on the inside as you turn and maneuver. Your tilt and telescopic perfectly set. Good vision down to the gauge package. There we go. On here you'll notice we have a Bluetooth connection to the radio, which is now standard for those hand-free environments that are being required in many stateside municipalities. You have directional airflow with regard to fresh air and recycle, air conditioning control, cruise control engaged. On the driver's door side you have the odometer check, and you also have your power locks. On the door is where you have your power window controls. Again, if you have people who are a little bit of stout size, like me, this is a great environment. You're not tired through the business day simply because you have better sound dampening than you would have in Fords. Let's face it, your ability to maneuver inside this vehicle is going to be incredible. So safety comes in the form of being able to see things. Safety comes in the form of being able to stop things. Safety comes in the way of the mental attitude that your drivers have throughout the day. So a quiet cab is going to give them that part of the best investment for you, because if I drive safe, that takes care of 80% of it. The 20% of the people on the road with you, safe bumper, environmental weather, safe direction of the waters to the outside, dedicated force of people to take care of your business needs as you take a look at this as a truck for you. Again, my name is Mike Olden. I look forward to working with you on your truck needs, and please do give me a call. You can reach me at 404-379-7352 or shoot me an email at yourfleettruck@gmail.com or 423-618-3323 or shoot me an email at molden@lee-smith.com.